She had no chance. She's not responsible for that. But she did con herself unknowingly. Now, as Lisa Feldman Barrett, who is cited, the top 1% of all scientists cited because of her work in the world, she talks about how this dynamic works in the book. And she tells a story of how we classify our life experiences. And she goes out on a date. So a guy asked her out, she's in college, goes out on this date, isn't really into the guy, but decides to go out, and then in the middle of dinner, all of a sudden she starts getting this flutter feeling, nervousness and everything, right? Starts to realize, well, gosh, I'm getting the feeling. Maybe I really like this guy. Well, she starts to get more animated, more into the date and everything. When they end on good terms, she goes back home, walks in the door, and throws up everywhere. For the next week, she's sick in bed with the flu. Remember what causes emotions, how we create it? Our physiology. And then the second thing is it's based on experiences, and we draw conclusions, and our brain becomes a predictor. This is what our brain does to try and save energy and run our life. Our brain is just here to run our life. Okay? And so it's constantly, what it tries to do to make it easy on itself is it learns from past experience and then projects those past experience, the meanings, onto the future and in the moment. So what she had done, unknowingly to her, was mix up past experiences. Butterfly feeling means I like, love this guy. No, it means you're about to get the flu. She didn't know that. She was younger. Newer inner life experiences, didn't understand that her physiology was creating this feeling, and then she was pulling life experiences from her parenting, childhood, everything to determine this meaning. She completely misunderstood it, and so did these women. All right? They don't know because we don't teach this stuff. They're doing the best they can. The other thing to recognize is, do you know where that butterfly feeling comes from? Too, that nervousness. Remember, she talked about she's looking to be afraid. Well, now we're getting into how the worst day cycle works, what I discovered. And those that are attracted to them tend to be the covert, manipulative victim. It's the disempowered, and again, I say it's manipulative because it has a God complex tied into it and the thought that they can rescue and help the other person. It's a distorted view in our society of what help looks like and what kindness looks like. Because as a child, the only way they got noticed from the shame was to give themselves away. Like these women gave themselves away emotionally, spiritually, and definitely financially. They kept giving. That's a shame core. That's a disempowered shame core that's trying to control. Please see me, notice me, love me, don't leave me, from the disempowered victim position. But it's a manipulation, just like this is. Again, the difference being he's consciously aware, the disempowered isn't. All right? But it is about power because it's a God complex. We think we can fix them. So that you look for the prince and not the beast. That's the value of all of this. Now, how can you learn more about this? I could go on and on. But for you to accept this new truth, for you to create new neural pathways and start generating emotions that work for you, not against you, so you can look for princes and princesses and not beasts, go to her TED Talk, because it'll give you a simple, in 18 minutes, you'll get a simple idea of how you're creating all of your emotions and, in a sense, destroying your own life, okay? And I know you don't like hearing that, oh, I don't want to be the destroyer of my life. Well, truth is truth. And see, because of your life experience with truth, you feel that's an assault against you. See, that's what emotional mastery teaches is, oh my God, that's one of the most wonderful things I heard a person say. Like, you can reorient your belief around that and your experience with hearing a phrase like that. But when you're stuck in the worst day cycle and shame and all of that, you want to withdraw and push away. So in 18 minutes, go to YouTube and listen to her TED Talk. Again, her name is Lisa Feldman Barrett. All right? And listen, you want to watch this YouTube video. You aren't at the mercy of your emotions. Your brain creates them. Pick up her book, How Emotions Are Made, by Lisa Feldman Barrett. Next, go to YouTube. Go to my Worst Day Cycle playlist and watch my 5-part series on how to reclaim your authentic self by becoming trauma-informed. I walk you through the basics of the Worst Day Cycle. Those 6 videos will, in about, maybe 2 hours, you'll have an incredible sense of how the world works and how to turn your life around and get the life you deserve, all right?